handle of Kentucky straight bourbon, which means that I was high as a kite as I sprinted a block each in 3 different directions to score the bottle before realizing there was no liquor store within sprinting distance. Son of a bitch! I had been gone at least 7 minutes, and I was beginning to panic. If I could but successfully score him this whiskey, there's no reason that it might not specifically fuel some innovative rewrites and rehearsal that night that could make the Pulitzer Committee realize they had better take things up a notch and award Buried Child a first-ever second Pulitzer. Inspired, I finally streaked into the Argentinian restaurant on the corner and found a bartender to take pity on me. He fetched me the bottle, which I gingerly cradled as I cautiously high-stepped it back to the theater. In hindsight, acquiring intoxicants for your playwright before rehearsal begins is probably not ever a good idea. That fact began to dawn on me that very night, shortly after I had deposited the maker's mark at Sam's seat in the audience, just before his significant other, Jessica Lang, arrived to join him. Her mood didn't seem great, and there was some quiet but stern talking happening, and it dawned on me that maybe the reason he surreptitiously sent the Gopher Kid out for booze was because he wasn't supposed to be having it. I honestly don't know if that was the case or how the evening played out between them, but I recall being painfully aware of the shift in tone the experience took. What had started out as a thrilling, personal, whiskey-flavored interaction starring me and America's greatest living playwright that left me breathless and blushing, I'm Sam Shepard's Kentucky Candyman, ended with the banal reality of a terrific-looking, middle-aged couple just doing their work and dealing with whatever individual circumstances they each brought to the table that night. My few years at Steppenwolf were invaluable for teaching me that, at the end of the day, every person puts their pants on just the same as me, even if these 2 people were packing some top-drawer buttocks into those breeches, and it was just one in a lifelong string of reminders that the more I focused my attention on myself, the stupider I behaved, and the more I focused on others, the likelier I was to be of actual service, because I could then apprehend the work that needed doing. That was a good lesson, as I began to see the world a tiny bit more clearly. As it turns out, that was just the appetizer to a much meatier main course, because that 1995 play in Chicago was also the juncture in my life at which somebody first gave me some Wendell Berry stories. That somebody was Leo Burmester, a dearly departed, larger-than-life Kentucky actor who was also in the show, and could apparently smell the hay on me, or at least a waft of manure. And, recognizing a kindred spirit, he changed my life with his gesture. The spirit running through Mr. Berry's writing, a farming and life philosophy I would come to know as agrarian, appealed to my core and curiosity in a way that has not yet abated. Agrarianism promotes an egalitarian agriculture based on morally sound land use. Now hang on, let me read that last sentence to you again. Agrarianism promotes an egalitarian agriculture based on morally sound land use. Have you ever heard a sentence even half that boring? As a person who makes his living creating popular culture of one sort or another, I can absolutely admit to the absence of pizzazz in this topic. This is terrible television. My inner mountebank barks as I notice that I am nonetheless unable to look away from it. The marrow of Wendell Berry's writing managed to reach something in my own bones, some deep truth that was not put there by me, but by my excellent mother and father, because I recognized that they were agrarian also.